Hello, I am Anthony Les, your instructor for this class, and this is my introduction video. It looks like a couple people actually beat me to the punch. I usually try to get this up there first, but I'm a little behind right now, to be honest. Anyways, let's look at the first question. What is your program at FPU? Well, I can answer that in two ways. First, when I was a student, way back in the day, I was an intellectual history major, which is basically a kind of integration of philosophy, theology, and literature in a historical continuum or in historical continuity, looking at basically the Geist or Gestalt of each age that we are analyzing. And I really enjoyed that major, and it's what prepared me to go on and get my grad studies in the field of theology. The next question, do you know anyone else in this class? Well, I don't know, actually. I have not looked at the roster at this point. So I might know some of you. I might have had you in previous classes that I taught. If that's the case, hello again. And if not, hello for the first time. Moving on. Have you taken the cohort Bible class? Well, again, that doesn't really apply to me, but I've taught other classes at FPU. I've taught other cohort Bible classes, specifically JCC and biblical perspectives for educators as well as for leadership. And at the main campus, I've actually taught writing and philosophy, a history class, if I remember correctly, and another theology class. But this JCC and the biblical perspectives with the degree completion is my main gig right now, and I'm enjoying it very much. Let's look at the next question. Tell us anything you'd like about your family. Well, let me just say I have 4 kids, 1 wife, and my mom is currently living with us. So we are a household of, what is that, 7. And if you include my dog, Sierra, she's outside right now. That would make 8 of us. So we're a pretty happy, full household. What else do you want to say? Tell us anything you'd like about your work life. Well, I kind of already hit upon that in my introduction. This primarily is my work life. Although it feels like I do other things kind of related to this, but not related to this, that's related to my church, because I provide instruction at my church insofar as in what's called a catechist, which is a Greek word, I believe, for one who provides instruction. And in the church context, it's kind of like discipleship, bringing in new members, getting them familiar with the basics of Christianity, as well as I'm an Anglican Christian, and so one of the things we do in the catechism is get Christians who are familiar or interested, familiar with the Anglican distinctives of the Christian tradition. And to elaborate on that a little bit, so you know where I'm coming from, Anglicans are kind of like middle ways between Catholic and Protestants. We're very Protestant in our theology, but our worship feels very Catholic to a lot of people who have visited, because we respect liturgy essentially. And that's enough to say about that for now. What else do we have? Tell us anything you like about a dream or a life goal you have. Well, 2 things come to mind. Recently, I have started the discernment process for the pastorate, or the priesthood as it's called in our tradition, although Anglican priests can be married, which is a good thing because I am married. So I've just started that discernment process, and there's a few stages to this discernment process, but if everything goes well, within a year, I might be ordained. So we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, this is my main vocation, this teaching gig that I have with Fresno Pacific University. Life dream. So I guess ordination would be one of those life dreams. As well as I have it in my mind perhaps to go back to school and get another grad degree in education, but with an emphasis on spiritual formation. And there are a few programs that I've looked into that would help support that. I would have to be a distance learning program. Honestly, it's kind of hard to imagine how I'd pull that off at this stage in my life with all the responsibilities I have. But who knows? We're talking about dreams, right? Okay. And something interesting or fun about you. Well, I guess I'll say I'm something of a perfectionist. This is like the 3rd or 4th video that I've created this afternoon. Oh, I don't like that, stop, start over. Don't like that, stop, start over. And already there's a few mistakes that I've made in this one because I am like that, a perfectionist. And so, but whatever. And so I'm just going to stick with this. What else am I going to say in the way of something interesting about me? There's probably a lot of perfectionists out there. Anyways, and I like to play guitar. I'm not sure if that's very interesting, but I love it. In fact, this past Christmas, I got myself a new Fender Telecaster, which has been really fun. And I've had an acoustic guitar, a Takamine, for quite some time now. And I spend a lot of my downtime just, playing, practicing, getting better, watching people on YouTube, trying to emulate what they do, take lessons off YouTube, listen to songs, figure out songs, play songs, sing songs, whatever it is. That's my hobby, I guess, my main hobby that I have. Outside of reading, Sometimes I pick up my camera and go out on photo jaunts. Haven't done that quite in some time. Have a blog. I don't know what else I can say, but I know I'm pushing 5 minutes. So I guess that's enough interesting stuff, and I don't want this to go on and on and on. And I'm actually going to create another intro video, not like an intro to me, but an intro to the class. I will say I have one there already, but I'd like to update that. However, the video that is there already is good. There are a few details that were very specific to when I originally made it, logistically speaking, but the content is overall pretty good. So if you get to that original video before I get a chance to update it and post a new one, you'll be fine. But again, I'm going to try to post a new video, and I will see you soon. Again, this is my intro video. I am your instructor, and I look forward to the next 6 weeks together. See you online. Bye.